In 2019, Season 1 amassed a huge audience, and following the uncertain fate of our heroes, after just narrowly escaping the apocalypse, we were left on the edge of our seats for nearly a year and a half. I just completed my binge watch of Season 2, and now I'm about to tell you 5 reasons it's not that good. Number 1. Nobody cares about the apocalypse. Again. Speaking just from a story standpoint, I was disappointed to see the same old recycled idea. But briefly seeing them fight against it in the opening for a few seconds seemed like it might be okay, since unlike in Season 1, they may have a chance to fight it, if 5 can get anyone to care about it. Klaus is off being Gandhi White while also trying to save his former/future boyfriend Dave from joining the army. Vanya fell in love a month ago and now has decided that's more important to her than everything. Diego seems hell-bent on changing his timeline, and Luther's big ass is moping from place to place because he's sad about his sister having sex with somebody else. Not many shows can pull off having the majority of its characters ignore the premise as well as Umbrella Academy. They take this estranged sibling thing way too far. Number 2. The time travel doesn't make any sense. Let's assume 5 got the equations wrong again, and that's why they all ended up in different years. Okay, I can buy that. But just about everything else still makes no sense at all. At the end of Season 1, Hazel leaves the commission with Agnes. So where did he come from to save 5 from the apocalypse in the 60s? And if he wasn't with the commission anymore, how does he know that it's gonna happen, and who gave him the vocal footage? Later in the show, 5 takes a trip to 1982 to do a favor for the Handler in a deal to get them back to their original timeline. If the nuclear war is about to take place in 1963, then how the hell can 5 go to nuclear winterless 1982? Also, if the commission is charged with protecting the timeline, they should be trying to team up with 5 in the Umbrella Academy to stop this apocalypse from happening, because Kennedy's supposed to die and this isn't part of our normal timeline. So they should be trying to fix it. Number 3, it's a little too light on my boy Reggie. Other than 5, Reginald Hargreaves is the most interesting character in the show, if for no other reason the air of mystery surrounding him. He's so important he was barely around for Season 1 and still kind of a main character. Almost everything we know about the Hargreaves patriarch comes secondhand from his children, and the rest from flashbacks from when he was training them to use their powers. His style of parenting made the Academy members who they are now, and they have a lot to say about him, but we don't get to actually see him doing enough to start painting a picture of who this man is. If you didn't get the clue from Season 1, Season 2 solidified for everyone that he is not human. So what is he doing here? He's in secret societies and conducting secret research, but to what end, and how does raising superpowered children fit into those goals? They're really playing the long game with this one, but luckily the show has enough supporters that I don't think we have to worry about it being canceled before we can find out the answers to this. It's just taking too damn long. Number 4. I keep forgetting they have powers. I can go several consecutive episodes and forget this show is supposed to be about extraordinary people. 5 is the only one we see consistently using his powers. Since Vanya has amnesia and she can destroy the world and all, I'll give her a pass. Allison has made a conscious choice not to use her powers since she claims it ruined her marriage back in Season 1, although it's unclear exactly how. If she's really so invested in civil rights, I feel like a rumor here and there could have an enormous effect on the movement. Which brings me to my reason within a reason. The civil rights movement is way watered down in here. There's a scene in there where Ray shows up late to the sit-in and he just walks in, unbuttons his coat, and sits down. Nah. White people are just standing there like yelling behind him, not doing anything. Someone pours a little bit of salt on him, but ain't nobody about to convince me that that was the sit-in. No fucking way. Stuff is not bad enough for them. If she felt like she didn't have to rumor anybody and she felt completely safe every other time except for when we're seeing her rumor people, and that's the first time Ray or anybody she known ever almost got killed or got their ass beat, and she never had to rumor anybody, no way. I'm not buying she's living for years in the 60s and stuff is just going so damn well for her that she ain't never even thought about rumoring nobody until Ray starts getting beat up. They're making racism look like it was just annoying back then, and I'm not cool with that. Ironically, it's Lila who shows us just how versatile and powerful the rumor can be. Still not sure how Allison survived that one. Going by what Klaus said in season 1, he's an addict because drugs suppress his power. So by that logic, we should have seen an uptick in his dead homies this season. But the opening shot of him using ghost soldiers in the fight against the end of the world is the most Conjuring we see him do. I thought he made Ben solid at the end of season 1 for a little bit. What happened to that? Finally, Diego. That boy opened up a whole new bag of tricks this season. Apparently he can bend things he throws and things that are thrown at him. Somehow he managed to get himself shot in season 1 anyway. He must have forgot. Looks to me like this makes him the second most powerful behind Vanya. They definitely need to have him doing more Bullseye-like stuff with whatever he happens to grab onto and really become a badass. Number 5. Not enough answered questions. Literally none of the things I wanted to know at the end of season 1 were answered in season 2. Why did the apocalypse have to happen in season 1? The commission was hell-bent on stopping Five from saving the world. Even Hazel and Cha-Cha knew what Five was trying to do and were gonna kill him anyway. That tells you right there they have no personal stake in the outcome. But how can that be? What is the commission exactly? The Handler tells us its purpose is to protect the timeline and make sure all the events that are supposed to happen actually happen. Other than Five and the commission itself, nobody else we've met can time travel. So why wouldn't these events happen if they are the only ones who can travel through time? What's supposed to be fucking it up? If the commission is in an alternate universe that exists outside of time, why do they care what happens in our dimension anyway? Why did Reginald kill himself in the first season? Can we really trust the reason he did it was to bring them all together? I mean, are his bumbling and estranged children really more capable of saving the world than he is himself? Turns out that was a terrible idea because they couldn't even pull it off, so dear old dad offed himself for no reason that we can see. Umbrella Academy does have a good sense of humor, a killer soundtrack, and a couple of interesting characters to distract from the nonsense lurking in its core. But nearly every aspect of the show would be stronger if any of its logical boundaries had any weight at all. Season 1 had me excited. Season 2 let me down a lot, and when season 3 comes around, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be tuning in or not. But those are my 5 reasons why Umbrella Academy Season 2 is not that good. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I love you, but we really gotta go right now.
Fine, it was fun while it lasted.